No compre sin visitar Emporio.
You know how fast we can go.
Larry on.
Why? And added that these are the facts as we know them. There is an epidemic of mass murder being committed by a virtual army of unidentified assassins.
Guess who's back? It's Nickelbag Rik and Justin on Pod Vomit. We're back. Podvomit.com. Right here, fucking your ear pussies, jizzing all over your ear canals. With your cyber cigarette, your internet nicotine.
That's why you can't hear.
That's right. Because you're
full of ear jizz.
Ear jizz. You're getting a big dose of ear jizz right in your fucking ear canals. I'm on the left. Justin's on the right. We're just double fucking your ears, man, on podvomit.com.
On the right.
On the left. We're gonna fucking hit them ear pussies. I don't know. I didn't really have a song prepared for ear pussy fucking.
Right. No. I think I'm going to say everything in like an 80s metal kind of I want to rock type of way.
I want to fuck. I want to pod vomit. We were like two super hot audio models barfing all down your ear canals to look tone. See, and actually, we are new in tone and fit for the new year. We're back. You know, you've probably heard our last podcast.
Because we're keeping up with our New Year's resolutions.
We wanted to drop some weight.
Yeah.
So we slimmed down a little bit. We kind of cut the...
I'm taking more laxatives so I shit more often.
And I fart more. I'm just like blowing out more hot air, not out of my mouth.
I just had a laxative for lunch.
It was
good.
It was
chocolate flavored,
and it had like a little bit of whipped cream with a cherry on top.
Fried chicken and laxatives.
Oh, hold on now, Justin. Don't get too excited with your desserts now.
Yeah,
it's just dessert. It's not only pod vomit.
I'll take my dinner in my ass today.
Justin wants to start the new pod flatulence.
Yeah.
He wants to leave. That's what I'm telling him. Please don't leave, Justin. We need to keep Pod Vomit going. And he's like, I don't know, Rik. You've done other podcasts.
I want to do a podcast that's just straight farting.
And he wanted to call it Pod Flatulence.
And it's just going to start like this. Here's the here's the intro. It's just like 10 guys with kazoos
and trombones. It's a trombone and kazoo orchestra.
Yes.
And we found them at Cirque du Soleil. Because that's the only place they would really work.
Cirque du Soleil?
Why? Where else?
That's a long trip to Vegas just for that.
No, they tour.
Oh, I guess so.
And, you know, it's the trombone kazoo touring. It's an offshoot.
Yeah.
Kind of like your ass.
My ass has an offshoot.
We've done more farts.
It's more of an outshoot.
Outshoot. And we've done like Pod Vomit. We're outshooting. We're vomiting our articulate opinions out of our vocal cavities opposed to our anal cavities. Our vocal cavities are a lot more entertaining than our... I don't know, sometimes our anal cavities are kind of funny. Especially on the last show where I talked about rocketing to the front door after having some hot, passionate sex.
Yeah.
With a hot blonde with blue eyes that I couldn't stop farting, but...
Two weeks ago, or a month ago.
Yeah.
When we said that.
Yeah.
Because we're not recording like shows back to back. We don't do that.
We don't have time. You know, we have to get in and schedule time to do these shows and try to even remember what we talked about on the last show.
I don't remember what we talked about 5 seconds ago.
I don't even know who you are.
I don't know who I am.
Where are we?
Why am I trapped in this room? Let me out.
This is like Saw. No, I'm just kidding. It's Pod Vomit.
There's a guy that's going to wake up. We thought he was dead the whole time.
It's Joe.
Joe's really still part of the show.
He is. We've just killed him.
He's a silent member.
Yeah. We didn't really kill him. He just wishes he was dead.
From all the farting in his face that we've done.
Yeah, we got him strapped up to fart machines, and when you hear the flatulence of Justin and myself kind of seeping out on the other end of this microphone, Justin, that's pretty good. Let me see if I can crank one out into Joe's face.
That's not funny, you guys. You know how I feel about fart.
I'm leaving. I'm going to start my own show. Fartcast Rock City.
Screw you guys. I'm going home. Fartcast Rock City.
Nah, we love you, Joe. You're our buddy, man. You can take it. You've been on this show for 2 fucking years, and kind of in spirit, you still are.
I know.
Nah. Joe's gone. Rik and Justin are still here. We're floating along like a floater.
A floater. Like a floater in a nice, clean pool.
Yeah, and Luke still has some sort of, hope that we're going to make him proud. I don't know why.
What do we do that he could possibly be proud of?
I don't know. He's like Mr. Drummond of the of Different Strokes. He's just adopted us. 2 sad podcasters. Yeah. I don't know.
I know.
He's like Joe has fled. He's like, I can't do this no more. This is just sick and wrong. And
what you talking about, Rik?
What you talking about, Joe? Why you want to leave the show, Joe?
Yeah.
No. This is what it's all turned into. It's just a bar and Rik and Justin, or Justin and Rik.
I'm apparently the bartender.
Yeah, he is. Well, the alcohol is closest to him.
Right. I'm trying to kick the box of beer in between us a little bit.
Yeah. A little bit.
Rik's a little too precious to have to bend down and grab one, though. So.
My precious.
I can't disturb his chi by making him reach down and grab a beer.
Well, I don't mind. Sometimes it's like a Craigslist hookup.
But by the way, if you've ever had a Craigslist hookup,
we would really love to hear from you.
Email us.
It's funny because on the way over here we were talking about that would be a funny kind of guest to bring on the show with somebody, because let's face it, and you know who you are. You're listening to our show. You clearly are perusing Craigslist for some sort of affection,
or smut,
or both. Some smut affection.
Smut-fection.
We just started that new word. Pod Vomit dictionary word of 2014 is smut-fection.
Is that like smut and chocolate?
That's smocklet.
I was thinking like, smut and confection. I don't know.
Smut erection.
Yeah. Smut usually causes erections.
I like smut erections, though.
Can you have smut without erections?
I cannot. I personally cannot have smut without erections.
Absolutely not.
I think smut and erections go hand in hand.
Yeah.
But that's just me. And then when smut and erections go hand in hand, the smut normally joins my right hand and smut erection.
And then you fart too?
I don't know. I don't have a jizz sound effect.
What does jizz sound like? Nothing, really.
I don't know. It was a bearded one too.
A bearded.
I had to grab into the depth of my long flowing man beard.
Yeah.
Opposed to the female beard. That's a clam. Yeah.
It's a Barnum and Bailey P.T. Barnum circus show.
Yeah, I got to tell you, while I'm sitting here and Justin was talking about he's the bartender. Mm-hmm. Next to Justin's,
as long as you only want beer.
Next to Justin's bar, he has a bottle of water.
I do.
And Tums.
I haven't had to use them yet. I'm proud.
No. Yeah, he's had some a little bit of some acid reflux.
I've got acid reflux like a bitch.
I've had it too, but not to the point where I'm bringing Tums into the studio. But
I'm a pussy. I had to bring my Tums. What do you want?
Hey, and they always bitch at me for being old, But
I haven't had the Tums yet, though. Knock on microphone.
Knock on. Well, there's wood on your chair.
Yeah, but that'd be too easy.
Why would he want to knock on microphone? I think that's why he has the Tums, because he's been knocking on microphones.
I don't know what to knock on.
You better knock.
I don't know the correct knocking etiquette.
knock 3 times.
And then Bloody Mary shows up or something.
Well, that's all if you're in the bathroom. I was doing that the other day. I was jerking off in the bathroom with my eyes closed, and I was like, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary. And all of a sudden, it was Isaac from the Love Boat going, can I help you? And I was like, no, I didn't want a black man handing me a drink. Get out of here, you freak. And I just lost my heart.
But you did drink it.
I finished up and left. I jizzed on Isaac.
What if she came and like helped you out, though? Wouldn't that be cool?
Oh, that would be great.
You'd abuse the shit out of that.
You know what I was thinking about the other day? Have you seen the previews for this movie with Joaquin Phoenix, where he falls in love with a telephone?
No.
It's called She or Her or something.
Really? I haven't seen that.
Yeah, it's a new movie.
It sounds about right for him, though.
I like Joaquin. I think he's a good actor, but he kind of disappeared off the map for a minute.
Well, but when you're insane, that's a good role.
That's a great actor, though. You have to be insane,
right?
That's why.
Well, so he supposedly faked the whole rapping career thing.
Yeah.
And the whole David Letterman thing where he was like, I want to be a rapper. Did you watch the documentary?
Yes, I did.
I did too.
He wanted to be a hip-hop artist.
Right.
Really?
Is there a difference between... I'm sorry. Let me know, public. Is there a difference between a hip-hop artist and a rapper?
I don't know. Well, I do know this.
I don't know the difference between rap and hip-hop.
A hip-hop artist, Jay-Z. A rapper... Just come off my Tootsie Roll. So, I don't know. That's the difference I know.
Okay.
That's a rapper.
Right.
Maybe.
Or that person at Belk that raps the presents.
Yeah.
During the holidays.
Yeah, they're rappers. Eminem. That's how he started out, I think.
Okay.
He was a rapper at Belk.
Then he started like rhyming lyrics.
Yeah. As he was tying bows.
Yeah,
he was like, man, I can make this shit rhyme.
He's like, they wouldn't let me be Santa Claus at Macy's, so I'm just going to wrap gifts at Belk and then rhyme while I do it.
Rhyme time.
Yeah.
And Santa Eminem. But, no.
No, not at all.
Not at all, no.
But really, I want to know the difference between rap and hip-hop, because I don't know the difference.
Rap. They should just kind of merge them and call them rap-hop.
Uh-huh.
Or hip-rap.
I've heard of trip-hop. That's something.
What is that?
I don't know.
Trip-hop?
I guess it's trippy hip-hop.
I thought it's probably what was happening when they push you down to the ground and telling you that you're not as good as the other hip-hop artist. You're a trip-hop.
You've been tripping, yo.
Yo.
Why you be tripping? You must be trip-hopping.
I wonder what trip-hop is.
I don't know. I guess I assume it's like...
Here,
let's look it up.
Let's go to the internets.
I assume it's like some kind of form of psychedelic hip-hop. Trip hop.
I don't think I'd want to be tripping while I was in a hip-hop crowd. Now, I'm not saying that in any kind of suburban white kind of, way. I just don't think tripping and hip-hop music are two things that would really be, merging.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's just me personally. If you have any other comments about trip-hopping or tripping while you're hip-hopping, please let us know. We would love to find out what the inner workings of trip-hopping is on podvomit@gmail.com.
Yeah, so let us know.
Yes, please do, because we are two average white boys from the... It's funny because, I'm a country boy, and
I'm city folk.
And he's city folk. It's like we're like country mouse, city mouse here.
I'm like Billy Crystal.
And I'm like Rob Reiner. No, wait, am I?
Jack Palance.
Oh,
That's you.
I'm Jack Palance.
You're the cowboy, right?
I'm calloused and mean and kind of, surly.
I guess not, but he's the guy that was like in the country, so that's where I went.
Well, I guess that's better than being the John Lovitz character.
Yeah, the John Lovitz character sucks, and the tall redheaded guy, he's kind of lame.
That was the guy that narrated Home Alone, wasn't it?
He cheats on his wife with the little Asian girl.
I'd like to have some Chinese for dinner.
Yeah, so did he.
Yeah, he did. Or Korean.
And then look what happened to him. He ended up having to go to like some cattle ranch and be abused by Jack Palance.
Yeah, I don't think I want to do that. But we are still country mouse, city mouse. I
heard Jack Palance did a little reach around on him behind the set.
He's like,
nah, I just made that up. I just wanted to stir controversy.
Oh, I was going to do some sort of Jack Palance impression of him doing a reach around like, you're not going to tell anybody what I'm doing to you.
But I'm going to reach and I'm going to grab and you're going to like it.
I'm going to pull out Curly's gold. from your rectum.
Curly's gold. That's right. Wasn't his name Curly in the
That was
movie?
the sequel. It was
well,
he was Curly.
They were looking for his gold, but it was really
In his prostate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if it was his prostate and he was reaching around, that means he's coming from the front.
Well, he's trying to pump the gold out. He's mining the gold.
Pump that mighty magic prostate gold.
Oh, that prostate gold. There's nothing like that prostate
In the
gold.
golden hills. Anyways.
Okay.
Trip hop is a style of dance music, usually slow in tempo, that combines elements of hip hop and dub, reggae, and softer, more ambient sounds. Now, that didn't explain jack shit to me.
And it basically says, we're just trying to combine a bunch of music because we're not doing anything else with what we already currently have. So we've just basically come up with a name, and we're going to call it trip hop.
It just gave me more. It gave me more things to look up, like dub reggae. What the fuck is dub reggae?
It's like dubstep and reggae.
I guess. So it's like, yeah, you're jamming. Oh, we're jamming. Hope you like jamming too. We're jamming.
Okay, please stop.
We're jamming. Hope you like a jam. Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah, I was like, please stop. This is like, I don't know. This is
I don't know,
I would call
think
that saw step. It's like torture, hostile dub hostile step. It's awful. Please stop.
Yes, it's like chaining your ear to a thing and you cut it off to get free.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Rasta step. You can't even be high and listen to that.
So this is what the kids like now, right? Dubstep. That music.
Yeah, the kids today.
Is that what do they still do the glow sticks and the ecstasy and go to the clubs and get all?
I'm not really sure because
they just do the dubstep thing now.
Well, I think the dubstep thing is kind of like the level of clubbing.
Yeah,
I think it's
right.
Glow sticks involved, drugs. They have to be on drugs.
All this, all this started from fucking disco, right?
I don't know. I think it was more like electronica.
Where I would argue came from disco.
Yeah, but I will say this about disco. At least disco music were bands that put that together. I mean,
right.
You look at Casey and the
Sunshine
Sunshine
Band. They actually
Band.
played instruments.
Absolutely. Ohio
Right.
Players, Casey and the Sunshine Band. Those guys were an actual band.
Let's not forget Wild Cherry.
Wild Cherry. There was a lot of these guys that had actual bands. Parliament Funkadelic.
Yep.
I mean, if you look back at these guys, they were all playing instruments. When you've moved into dubstep, this is all just a bunch of computer noise.
Yeah, right. That's all it is. It's manipulating sounds on a computer.
And I just wonder about the youth, which I don't know. The older I get, the more I don't really give a fuck about the youth. But it's just like I just don't understand. I just don't get the music that they listen to. It's funny to me because in the '90s I loved bands like Smashing Pumpkins, Pearl Jam, Soundgarden, Offspring.
So you could relate to those
Beck.
kids then.
Yeah, it made sense to me. But it just seems like the older I get, at least they played instruments.
Right.
Excuse me.
Although Beck didn't always play instruments.
No, but he was still an original individual. Yeah. So,
he did play. He did play a lot of the instruments though on the albums.
Like
he had a lot of electronica stuff though going on.
I told a guy one time this was.
And so did Prince actually.
Well,
yeah.
That's what I told a guy back in the '90s that I used to buy pot from. He was like really against a lot of the new music, and I said, "Dude, I don't understand why you don't like these bands." I said, they're just like. Frank Zappa, I said, or Prince, they're just playing a lot of different instruments and doing everything themselves. They're not, hiring a whole band to do this thing.
Yeah.
Oh no, they suck. And I'm like, but I feel like with technology being what it is today, and kids being doing Vines and YouTube and all this stuff,
right?
And look,
listening to their dubstep,
yeah, right. That's just where it has gone to. That's what bands are, that they're not, sadly they're not a bass guitar and a drummer and a lead guitarist and a rhythm guitar.
They're still
there
pretty
are
dominant.
Absolutely, but more kids are just don't seem to really gravitate towards that originally. They were more into the dubstep thing, I think. Not
are they?
all
I
of
don't
them.
know. Yeah, I mean, I know it's happening, but is it?
Well, I think a lot of club kids like that, especially with the drugs.
The drug culture kids.
Yeah, that's what they're all about. I just don't get it. It's like, wait a minute, how did we go from the Beatles to dubstep?
I don't know. If you know what it makes me. It makes me when I hear it. It makes my stomach just want to distort and twist. I feel like I want to just vomit immediately.
Pod vomit.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you should do, kids. You should listen to us talk about how much we hate you on Pod Vomit, opposed to listening to that stupid dubstep shit. You can't fuck to dubstep. You know what I'm saying? It just seems like,
Really?
I don't think so.
Would it distract you?
It would be annoying. I mean, I'm not
Would
saying...
you stop?
No. I would not. But it's just like, you'd be getting your move down, going downtown, and it's like... Yeah, it'd be like, no. Give me some.
And she's like, baby, turn some of that dubstep up.
I'd be like, all right,
it's making me horny.
Let's put your butt up in the air and wave it like you just don't care.
I don't know the name of a single dubstep artist. I realize that.
I don't. I know Korn did a dubstep album.
Did they?
Yeah.
Well, they always kind of dabble with electronica stuff.
Well, I don't blame them for trying to be different. I mean, I
haven't paid attention to Korn since after the Freak on the Leash album.
Let me ask you this: do you think, like, what was your take on rock rap, like Limp Bizkit and Kid Rock, and was you against it? Was you for it? Did you kind of think it was overdone? What was your position on that?
I like some of it, I guess. Kid Rock gets on my nerves. Limp Bizkit, I never was really into them either.
I like Limp Bizkit when they come out. I like Kid Rock. I felt like Kid Rock at least kind of found a niche.
I like Beastie Boys. I guess
I
you
like
call
Beastie
them that.
Boys.
I like
sure.
Rage.
Rage. Well, yeah, I would think you would like Rage.
Right.
Justin's in a Rage Against the Machine tribute band called Pocket Full of Shells.
Yeah.
Please check
I
them
think
out
I just didn't like all the gimmicky crap with Kid Rock. It's just he seemed like such BS to me.
I just feel like he's started out with one version of like hip hop / rock, and then he's moved into different things.
Right.
He did that thing with Sheryl Crow.
Right.
What's weird,
which I hated.
Which was weird. A few years ago, I was up in Nashville, and I noticed that there was like signs everywhere saying that he was hosting the CMAs.
Oh yeah.
And I understand that he likes, old country.
Yeah,
and
but
stuff.
he's got a lot of country in his music.
And he sampled Leonard Skinner and stuff like that. But
right.
It just seems weird, like he's a guy from Michigan that started out in hip hop.
I know.
And here he is, 10 years later, and he's hosting the CMAs. It just
right.
seems like an odd kind of pairing.
Dude has an identity crisis for sure.
I think he has a lot of. Well, that's why I like Kid Rock, though. I think that he likes a lot of different music, and he was able to take his love of different music and
right.
and kind of expand it out. I mean, I feel like he has more relevancy today by checking out a lot of different kind of music
right.
than he would if he would have just stayed. He could have been like the Fat Boys, and just been this cliche, or Vanilla Ice.
Fat Boys.
Yeah, or Vanilla Ice, where he was just,
hey man, have you ever seen Disorderlies?
Yes. Yeah, one of those guys.
Greatest movie ever.
Ever?
No, it's probably the worst movie ever.
What about Nick of Time?
Nick of Time. No, that's the best Johnny Depp movie ever.
Yeah, that's true. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Nick of Time.
I'm pouring a little bit of beer out for you, Joe. Nick of Time.
I'm not, because I don't waste beer. But
Luke's going to be mad I'm pouring this on his studio floor for you, Joe. Yeah.
Don't worry, Luke. I'm not contributing.
Well, actually,
nor do I condone.
Actually, he is. He bought the beer.
Yeah, well, I intended it for it to go in our gullets.
Our gullets. Our gullets sporting mullets.
Yeah, that's a band name, isn't it? Gullets sporting mullets.
I just started that band.
Yep.
I'm the lead singer and lead guitarist and the drummer.
Well, I copyrighted it, so you'll be paying your royalties to me.
Damn it.
That's right.
That's right.
I'm a patent troll.
He's like that. He's like that guy that ran the Backstreet Boys. I don't know.
The guy that ran the Backstreet Boys?
He was their manager or something.
No, when you said that, I just imagined, Backstreet Boys, on a sled, pulling a sled, and going, ho, ho, ho. And the guy's whipping them, mosh!
And they had,
And they're all, pulling the sled. And they're like, all right.
All in harmony.
All in harmony. All right, we'll pull the sled.
And they had, thongs on.
Hopefully.
They're the Backstreet Boys.
Hey, Backstreet's back. All right.
They're the Backdoor Boys.
Backdoor Boys.
They're not even recording anymore.
Oh, man. Nah, those guys are gone.
Thank God. I always thought it was funny. One guy's name was Joey Fatone. But
Fat one.
And he was the heavyset guy.
He was on a show, too, like, not a show, like, not like a regular show, but like one of those, like, he was like interviewing celebrities or something. And I didn't really know what his name was. And I saw that it would say, it would, read his name with a ticker at the bottom. But I thought it was Fat One for the longest time. And I heard him say the name. It's Fatone. What is he, some Italian motherfucker? Was he going to pull out a sausage? I'm Fatone. You want an Italian sausage? And some spaghetti and a meatballs? I don't know. Maybe he probably is Italian, right? Anybody know in the audience? Rik has disappeared from the studio. I think I hear the sound of his urination echoing in the halls of the studio. Make sure you flush and put the toilet seat down. There are ladies here. That's all I got, man. I can't talk to myself for long.
You know what vamping is?
So Rik is back. He didn't wash his hands. He left the toilet seat up. There's piss all over the side of the seat.
Hey, it's a pod vomit show, man. I mean, come on. What did you people expect when you're listening? I'm going to wash my hands? That's fucking foolish.
Yes. And I saw him pick his own asshole.
And I'm touching every top of the beer, so Justin...
Oh. I'm going to have to just shotgun the rest of them.
That was part of the deal when we moved into the new studio was, it was a smoke-free environment, and we agreed to that. So it was all about the alcohol. And fortunately, in this new...
Unfortunately, alcohol makes you urinate frequently.
Yeah.
And burp.
In our new studio, right across the hall is the bathroom. So every once in a while, I could just take off my headphones and just pop across the hall and take a leak real quick.
Yep.
And come back in, and it'd be virtually unknown.
See, I've got such a powerful stream that I just piss from here.
Yeah, he pisses in his cans.
That's like, my piss is like a water hose. It's like a fireman's water hose. It makes it from here all the way to the toilet.
Yeah, and it can, like, angle.
It's amazing, yeah.
Yeah, it's like Chris Angel's peeing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing, that, I was, like, really impressed by keeping Justin on this show. It was like, there's nobody I've ever met that can urinate in angles, in levitation. The stream could be so powerful that it could just kind of, like, move around corners and right into the bowl while broadcasting.
Well, it's like my dick detects, like, the toilet water through sonar or something, so it angles around until it gets to the toilet bowl.
It's like Piss-nado.
Piss-nado.
Yeah, it's like a radar-nado.
How many Sharknado ripoffs are we going to come up with?
Well, the Sci-Fi Channel will do as many as they can. Yes. I figure we ought to at least try to bastardize that.
All right. We should bastardize the Sci-Fi Channel.
You know what I was thinking about? I was thinking about the other day. Now that we're back on the air and we're back recording, and I was watching something the other day about Paul Walker. We know has recently died in a car accident, and he's been buried and everything. But the Westboro Baptist Church was protesting his funeral.
His funeral?
And I was like, why would you protest?
Should he not have a funeral, or?
Well, he should. But I mean, really protesting? I mean, what kind of?
But what on what grounds? What's the problem they have with it?
I guess he was attracting people to. That's the whole thing with the Westboro Baptist Church. I mean, the logic is so skewed. What?
Because he was famous, and it was a chance for them to get some screen time.
Yes,
that's what it comes down to.
That's basically. I think that's what they do, and it's so funny because if anybody knows who the Westboro Baptist Church is. They're this people, and I believe they're in Arkansas or Kansas.
I don't know.
The Midwest. I'm not sure.
If it was close, I would go to this church.
Oh my God,
I'd be there. I would have been there today.
I don't know if I'd been there to worship. I would be there to annoy.
Exactly. I would have my hat of cynicism on as I walk through the front doors of that church for sure.
You mean you actually have taken off your hat of cynicism?
I actually have a hat of cynicism. That's the bizarre thing.
It's so funny too because every once in a while I've passed Justin walking his dogs, and I'm like, Justin, are you wearing your hat of cynicism today? And he's like, well, it's casual Friday. I thought I'd wear the hat of cynicism. I'm not gonna wear it to work.
No, they don't let me wear
it's
that.
Very professional there.
I have to wear my thong of citizen. Wait, what is it?
Thong of citizens?
My thong of citizenship. No.
Thong.
My thong of cynicism. Hey, a few beers in, man, I'm having trouble saying my words.
Right. Especially.
Yeah, so I have to wear my thong of cynicism at work because they can't see it.
Right.
And it doesn't show panty lines. Wait.
Yeah, it's a thong of cynicism.
Yeah.
But I was really, kind of taken by the idea that the Westboro Baptist Church wanted to, of all people, Paul Walker, they wanted to, protest his funeral.
Well, he's a devil worshiper. Everybody knows that.
Well, he was in Joyride.
Yeah, that was a devil worship movie.
Yeah, he was trying to tell people.
He was in Joyride? You thought of the one... I can't believe you thought of the one other movie that wasn't Fast and the Furious that he was in.
Yeah, Joyride.
Because if you were to ask me, I wouldn't be able to tell you.
Oh, he was also in Deep Blue with Jessica Alba.
Wow.
Well, I just know that because Jessica Alba. Yeah,
yeah. I figured.
But
I'm there with you.
I love Joyride. That's a great flick.
So it's all right.
Paul Walker.
You know what Joyride is? It's the same exact plot as that other movie that you and I watched.
Duel?
Yeah, of course. It is.
It's like Duel 2.0.
It is. It's like Duel for the new kids.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that was like 10 years ago that came out, but
and people are like, Duel? What the hell is Duel?
That's even longer than 10 years ago.
Anybody want to Google Duel?
Duel. Look at the movie Duel.
Steven Spielberg's very first cinematic effort.
Right. He may not admit to it, but he actually directed it.
And if you go back and watch that movie, there's one scene where the main character is in a phone booth, and you can see Steven Spielberg's reflection as he's directing that character. Yeah, right before the truck runs over the phone booth. But yes, yeah. Steven Spielberg's in. But no, I just thought it was funny that the Westboro Baptist Church, of all people, wanted to protest Paul Walker's funeral. I just thought that was kind of a silly thing. So then I got thinking several years ago, and anybody who knows me, and especially, Justin gives me a hard time about this, I'm a huge Kevin Smith fan. And
yeah. Kevin Smith, if you're out there, Rik would totally diddle your anals.
I would get down on my knees and
he would lick your butthole.
I would.
He would.
I would toss your salad, Kevin Smith.
And I'll film it.
And I said that right here. I would toss
right
Kevin's.
here.
But
please wear that gay ass hockey jersey that you always wear while he does it.
Yeah. It says "Diddle me, Rik."
Diddle me, Rik.
Yeah, wear that hockey jersey. It would make the diddling more, It'd have a little bit more special feeling to it. Yeah. He was wearing that jersey.
Oh yeah, I mean, it has your name.
I'm not a chubby chaser, but I do love Kevin Smith. But
chubby chaser with beards.
That's what I call.
You like chubby guys with beards, huh?
I do.
You basically want to fuck yourself.
They're bears. Yeah. I jerk off to Duck Dynasty regularly.
Oh yeah.
But I call it Butt Fuck Dynasty. Yeah, I dub in banjo, scene, the banjo music, when I'm jerking it.
Yeah.
To Duck Dynasty reruns. But no, I saw Kevin Smith's the premiere of Red State here in Atlanta, and I had no idea what this movie was even about. I just knew that it was like his attempt of a quote-unquote horror movie, which I don't know if I would really put it in the...
A thriller.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it in the horror category, but it was definitely a departure from anything that he's done in the past.
It wasn't like Mallrats.
No Jay and Silent Bob, no Jason Lee.
No.
Nothing like that at all. If you haven't seen Red State, I do implore you.
It has nothing about Republicans, nothing to do with them.
Yeah, no, not at all. Good cast, good movie, very shocking flick, but it's basically loosely based on the Westboro Baptist Church, and if you don't
loosely,
well, there's a backstory to it.
It's absolutely based on it.
Sure, absolutely. If you don't believe me, if you're listening to this show and you don't know who the Westboro Baptist Church is, by all means, Go check out these nut jobs. You think we're fucked up?
Yeah.
You know they are.
Hey, and we're happy to offer Westboro Baptist Church publicity.
Oh my God, absolutely. You know that's what I was going to say was that's where I feel like we have actually made it. If the Westboro Baptist Church would hate us, pod vomit.
Please hate us.
Please make signs that say God hates pod vomit.
What do we have to do to get this?
You know, we will come and piss on your lawn. We will send you.
We'll suck your dicks.
Hey, yeah, we will suck. Wait. Use your the computer to find it. What is his name? Fred Phelps. Google the Westboro Baptist Church there, Justin.
Fred Phelps?
I think that's the leader.
Isn't that like an Olympic swimmer guy?
That's Michael Phelps. You want to suck his dick?
Maybe. Depends.
Yeah. I mean, it's in water.
You know, it's in the water. It doesn't count if it's in the water.
Right.
It's not gay if it's underwater.
No, of course not. It's all liquid.
Fred Phelps. With a PH, my friend.
Yeah, because he don't want to fuck around with an F.
No way. That means he's cool.
Yeah, of course.
If it was with an F, he wouldn't be cool.
He's sophisticated with the PH.
It's Fred Waldron Phelps Sr.
Oh.
He's an American pastor heading the Westboro Baptist Church, an independent Baptist church based in Topeka, Kansas.
Oh, Kansas.
Kansas.
La-da-da-da.
This guy, first of all, he was a lawyer, and he has been disbarred.
Shocking.
Yeah, doesn't like to follow law so much.
Well, one thing that I do like the fact that the Westboro Baptist Church does is they do follow law. I like how they use.
But he's also a former civil rights activist. That one kind of throws me. I kind of just assumed they hated black people.
Do you think he was disenchanted by like the civil rights movement?
Well, but I just assumed he hated black people and women.
Yeah,
and Hispanics and Chinese people, probably.
and
Jews, absolutely,
and Canadians
and
anybody else really that's not in Kansas.
Pretty much anybody that doesn't live in Kansas that's not a member of Westboro Baptist Church.
Right. If you're outside of that demographic, you're hated.
Yeah.
So we are kind of probably in a long line of people who want to be hated by him. Who do you think else would love to be hated by the Westboro Baptist Church? Like, they just go after dead people.
I wonder if
soldiers.
I'd like to get a look at their shit list. I mean, I bet they just have a list of people like that they just hate. Do you think it's probably posted in the congregation? Do
you think we could get an interview with them? Do you think we could call them and say, you should email them right now and say, we are sinners called pod vomit.
We love Satan.
We do. As a matter of fact, I
love Satan.
I have a Satan tattoo. My dad's Satan. I don't know. I'm wearing Satan. Oh, no, it's Satin.
I like to call myself the Prince of Darkness from time to time.
I do too, but then Ozzy always sends, well, it's really not Ozzy, it's Sharon. It says, quit saying that you're the Prince of Darkness. That's my husband. He's taking all responsibility for the Westboro Baptist Church. And I'm like...
Well, because if Ozzy said it, you have no idea what the fuck he was saying.
Absolutely. That's why Sharon's his mouthpiece.
Yeah.
And
she's my mouthpiece too.
And we want to get a dirty letter from Sharon Osbourne too.
Right.
They will all hold the same kind of value. Westboro Baptist Church, Sharon Osbourne.
Oh,
we can't even say your name properly, Sharon Osbourne. But fuck you. But no, seriously, Sharon Osbourne, hold your rage and your menopause towards us. We really want that kind of hatred from the Westboro Baptist Church.
Absolutely.
We don't feel like
Sharon Osbourne, if you know members of the Westboro Baptist Church, please direct them to podvomit.com.
Or no,
for some reason we think Sharon Osbourne is directly related to Westboro Baptist Church.
Well, her mouth is probably loud enough that she could get the message to them quicker than we could.
Right.
Because she probably automatically was like, somebody's talking smack about me. I'm not going to have none of that going on here.
No. Ozzy's like, Sharon, hi, guys. What do they want?
Eat your pudding, Ozzy.
What did they want? Is it Westboro Baptist Church? What's the hell about it? Sharon.
It's quite all right, Ozzy. Just eat your pudding.
Sharon.
The kids have moved out of the house, Ozzy.
Where's my Depends at? I gotta take a shit.
There's no more show, Ozzy. You don't have to take a shit.
I gotta help me get my Depends on.
It just depends on what Zach Wild's doing later if we're gonna do a tour. You just sit there in your own crapulence, Ozzy. That's what it's come to.
What if their conversation really is like that?
Man, can you imagine though? Seriously, it probably is. Can you imagine seriously, like if what's his name? What's the Phelps guy's name?
Michael, was it?
Was it Michael?
No, that was the Olympic guy.
No, yeah.
Fred
Phelps. Like what if Fred
Look
Phelps?
at this picture of him, though. I should have showed you that.
He looks like Max Hardcore.
He's about to film a porn in Texas.
A very extreme porn. Yeah, where he fists some like 18-year-old.
Here, let me put my fist in your nose.
Yeah, for God.
Jesus told me to do it.
Jesus told me to fist you.
So did David Koresh.
Yeah, and David Blaine. And Chris Angel. It's all, and Tom Cruise in Scientology.
Tom, help me, Tom Cruise.
Help me, Tom Cruise. Man, wouldn't that be something if like the Phelps and Tom Cruise like joined forces? It was like,
Do you think L. Ron Hubbard passed the torch to Tom Cruise? Is he like the official Scientology guy now?
Well, I think that L. Ron Hubbard at one point. Yeah, see, that's the whole thing. Scientology versus Phelpsism.
I mean, is it really that different than Westboro Baptist Church?
No.
Scientology?
No, actually, and I don't know a whole lot about Scientology. I did see a thing not too long ago.
Well, you should read Battlefield Earth. That's all you need to know.
Yeah, which I like. Which I like John Travolta in certain movies.
Oh yeah, he was in that movie.
Yeah, he was, because it was Scientology-rific.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I don't.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I just think.
I don't know why I said it with a lisp.
Well, it's okay. There's a parade for that.
It is, yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
It happens in Midtown.
I don't know where you live, City Mouse.
I don't live far from it.
Which it's really weird that the Phelps and L. Ron Hubbard are maybe what if they join forces like. I mean,
They should,
They should.
They should bond together to fight a common enemy, which is us heathens.
Right. They don't, and I don't think that Scientology cares for heathens.
I guess not.
I seen where, what's the chick that's on the show King of Queens, and she was on Dancing with the Stars? What's her name? Leah Remini.
I don't know, but her name's Carrie on that show.
Yeah, she left Scientology.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I never knew she
Did
was
they burn her house down?
Not yet.
It's coming, though.
Oh, yeah. Something's going to happen to her.
You get him, Tom Cruise. You get her. Don't let her get away. How could you let her get away?
She's hot.
What's wrong with you, Tom Cruise?
And John Travolta and Tom Cruise is probably like, they're forging some plan. Sometimes I look.
They're having a gay sex orgy.
Man, what do you think goes on with Scientology?
Gay sex orgies.
Gay sex, just gay sex, but they got chicks.
Oh, they do. Well, I guess they break them off so they have lesbian orgies, and the dudes have gay sex orgies.
I wonder who benefits from this, though.
How do you get in? How do you?
Because I would like to see some of the lesbian.
I was gonna say, how can you sneak into the lesbian orgy part of that? There's got to be a way.
You have to dress like Lady Gaga.
And they're probably so involved in what they're doing, they don't notice that here's a dude here. Oh,
well, maybe you'd have to be some sort of like, maybe like some sort of like Taiwanese lady boy. You'd have to sneak in and go, I'm a Scientology chick. I want to lick some pussy.
I'm here for the lady orgy side.
And they're like, get out of here. Get out of here, John Travolta, and your huge shoulders and Adam's apple. You can do that tuck all you want, but we're not buying it.
He does the tuck.
Yeah, right. John Tuck Volta.
Yeah.
I don't know. And Christy, don't look in my
There's
alley.
no way a guy that can dance that good can be straight.
Seriously, man. A guy named Tom Cruise. Really? You picked the name Cruise.
Oh, yeah, I know.
When you think of Cruise, what do you think of? I think of George Michael.
I think of the hover round commercial guy. His name is also Tom Cruise.
You know he's so pissed off.
But it's Cruze, I think.
Like, well, yeah, and he was like, I'm going to go with this name when Tom Cruise was making shit like Top Gun and
I know. Cocktail.
Which that right there was a huge sign. Cocktail.
He likes cocks and tails.
Well, it's a Scientology.
Dude's tails.
It's a Scientology cocktail.
Yeah.
It's like, let me slip this in your drink and tell you about my philosophy in your butt.
I'm going to slip this in your drink and this in your butt.
Yep. And you're going to be converted. All of a sudden, the next Pod Vomit shows are
perverted and converted.
The next Pod Vomit shows are going to be like, this is Rik, this is Justin, join Scientology, we have converted. Justin likes it in the butt. No, I don't know.
We have assimilated.
We have a similar ass.
Assimilated.
We have assimilated in the butt.
So, anyways, what will happen at this Paul Walker burial scene?
Well, just a typical.
I said burial scene like it's a movie.
It's a burial scene. There was like a lighting.
I think he's really alive and it was all staged.
Really?
No.
No,
I don't believe it.
I don't think his career was like. Really...
No, nobody cares. He's not Elvis.
Yeah, right.
Anyways, what happened though? At it, what happened with the protest? I mean,
they were just out there saying Paul Walker
signs up and shit.
Yeah, of course, that Paul Walker was rotting in hell, and Paul Walker, and it's like, really, I mean, I'm sure his family were like, "Fuck you."
But if he's rotting in hell, isn't it too late?
Yeah, it is. It's like,
why bother at this point?
I would like to see, like, that's what that's.
And how does nobody ever egg them? How do they not get eggs thrown at them?
One of the coolest things I ever saw that happened to one of their stupid protests was, I know what it was. It was a protest of a soldier, and I want to say it was like in Kentucky or Arkansas or someplace like that, in the Midwest or the South somewhere, and the protest was really he was a soldier, and of course they're quick to boycott and protest any kind of soldier's death.
Right.
And what they did, it was protesting this guy's death, and all these different biker chapters come out and lined their protest and parked their bikes in front of their protest, and the whole time they were out there preaching that this guy was, wrong for, which was nothing. They just sat there, right? They just sat there and revved their engines the whole time.
God damn him and his Purple Hearts.
Right, for defending our country, that bastard. But all the guys on motorcycles would sat there and just rev their engines so you couldn't hear them. They just rev their engines the entire time, which I thought was phenomenal. And but that's the whole thing. It's like I remember the first time I've ever heard of those people, and one of the I mean, I've heard of them before this, but one of the things that I was like really blown away was they protested Bernie Mac's funeral. And I'm like, Bernie Mac, what did he do? He's just a comedian.
Right.
They had this whole rationalization of why.
What is it? Is it always funerals that they're going to protest?
Well, see, if you go back to what Fred Phelps,
they hate funerals.
Well,
that's what it is.
Right.
They don't like celebrating our dead.
And that, I guess that guy Fred Phelps is an attorney, so he knows his way around the law, so he can find out just the ways to push buttons.
Who lost his bar license?
But I can't wait to protest his funeral.
I know, right?
Should protest.
We should protest his funeral. As a matter of fact, we should kill him so he has to have a funeral like right away, and then we'll protest it. Fuck this guy that we killed.
Well, I just want to be on the record for saying that. Justin wants to kill Fred
If he
Phelps.
dies, we didn't really do it.
No, I have.
I don't. You're an accessory to murder, though, Rick.
Yes, that's true. But we can see if the pod vomit lawyers can exonerate us.
Yeah, right. Why did you kill Fred Phelps?
Look, man, I'm a very lazy individual. I don't think I did, but
I wouldn't even drive that far to go to the church. I'm definitely not going to kill him.
I love the fact that here's one of the things that I think is funny is that they always call whoever that they're protesting. They are tasting.
They're protesting.
They're protesting, and that's why they don't like the taste in their mouth. That's why they are making these signs.
No, they're foretasting. Because they're protesting.
But it's like, why do they say fags? Is fags in the Bible? They
don't
say
think
that
so.
God hates fags.
No.
I don't think God in the Bible ever
God
said,
hates bundles of sticks.
Right. God hates bundles of sticks, or
he hates kindling.
He hates cigarettes.
Yeah.
Because in
English
England,
cigarettes.
Right. They're fags.
Yeah.
God hates cigarettes.
Well, he probably, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see God as a smoker.
Nah.
I think, what is he like? And if he hates cigarettes,
I don't imagine he would have lungs either, though.
Well, that's true. And if he does he like hate Philip Morris, or does he hate like R.J. Reynolds? It's like I don't like fags, but I don't like this particular brand of fags,
right?
Which are cigarettes. So I don't understand if the entire Westboro Baptist Church are trying to tell us that God hates smokers.
I don't know.
Or pole smokers. And if he hates pole smokers, Why is everybody a pole smoker? I've never smoked a pole. I've never met one Polish person.
No?
No.
Yeah, you have.
Oh, Elias.
Drobinski.
Oh. Yeah, but I've never smoked this pole.
You sure? Maybe it happened in your sleep once.
We have drank a lot together. Maybe, but I don't remember waking up. No, I think I remember.
Have you ever
that.
asked him to screw in a light bulb? Because he apparently can't.
I had to have his sister and him and his mom.
Yeah,
you know,
it takes about 3. I think.
Yeah, I mean, not just one.
Yeah,
that's not gonna
ridiculous.
Happen. Yeah, I mean, like he could put in one light bulb.
So I don't know why. I mean, I guess they hate homosexuals, but I don't know why. I mean,
well, because apparently there's one small passage in the Bible that says that.
Yeah, something about like if you're gay, you should be murdered and you should,
stoned.
Yeah, I don't know.
Which that's happening right now, and
I like it when people say, "Well, that's the Old Testament."
This is the New Testament.
Like, but isn't your Bible include both of them?
Yeah, it's like this is
if
the old.
If you don't believe the Old Testament, why don't you just not put it in the Bible?
Well, here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that I don't care. Old Testament, New Testament. This is 2014. I just want pod vomit to be hated by the Westboro Baptist Church.
Maybe we could be the Third Testament of the Bible.
Oh, that'd be awesome, man.
Wouldn't it be? If we could be included in the Westboro Baptist Church Bibles?
Basically, we could do this, man. Here's how we could do it.
What if we can become the return of the Antichrist, or not the return, but what if we could be the coming of the Antichrist?
Oh, that'd be awesome.
I'll be the Antichrist. You can be the whore of Babylon.
Oh yeah.
What do you think about that?
Oh yeah. Do I have to have? I could go on Craigslist.
You could go on Craigslist.
I can be a whore of Babylon on Craigslist, and see if anybody would come on the show, and and it would be all good. That's what I was thinking the other day. It would be great if we could get somebody because one time we put an ad on Craigslist if you go way back to the Pod Vomit Library, and when you go back to the Pod Vomit Library, yeah, you hear classical music when you go way back.
It's like Masterpiece Theater,
right? Masturbation theater, and
oh yeah, that's right. That's what it is.
Right, that's Masturbation theater. If you go back, to the old, what was we talking about?
I don't know. 8 beers ago, I could have told you. But,
yeah.
Hey, audience, call in right now and tell us what we're talking about.
We're asleep though. No,
Yeah.
What was I talking about? We said you go back to the old shows.
Old Testament, New Testament, old shows, new shows.
Kids, don't drink and podcast.
No. It kills brain cells.
Yeah, and we're staring at each other like deer in headlights. It's like, I have headlights, Justin's a deer.
Oh, I remember. You're the whore of Babylon.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. So we went on the old shows. We actually, our swinger show, we brought in Sabrina, the swinger.
The teenage witch.
The teenage clit. We brought her on the show, and when we actually was looking to interview a swinger, we put an ad on Craigslist, and we got banned from Craigslist. So I was thinking the other day, which I haven't been on Craigslist in a minute, except for probably looking for furniture or a handy.
I was going to say handy.
Yeah, of course. Whatever gets you through the day or night or whatever, or traffic. But I thought it would be funny if we put another ad out and said, hey, we would like, because I think about this, just kind of funny how several weeks ago I was looking at Craigslist for actually we were.
What we should do is we should go to Joe's house, take pictures of all his shit, and put it on sale on Craigslist.
Yeah, they have laws against that.
Okay.
Yeah, I seen a thing where a guy said his neighbor was hosting sex parties, and she wasn't.
Oh.
And he went to jail.
It's defamation of character.
Yeah,
or something like that.
it's frowned upon.
Frowned upon.
But I thought it would be funny though if we could find people that look for hookups on Craigslist. I mean, come on, man. I mean, have you ever been?
Who's gonna admit to that?
Well, man, people put their pictures on Craigslist.
Yeah, true.
So I was thinking, have you ever been so horny that you thought, I think I'm just going to do it. I'm going to make the leap to Craigslist.
Yeah, where's the threshold there? I mean, when do you decide to make that decision?
I mean, and once you've put it out there, it's like, are you still committed to that idea? Like, I want to.
Do you ever regret it? Yeah.
Yeah, and there's your picture.
How many people just bail on that? I wonder that too. Like, you put your picture out, you put what you want. You're like, I'm into like, crazy shit or whatever.
I want you and your wife to come over, or you and your, whatever.
I'm bring your dog in it, whatever.
Yeah, sure.
And then you're like, you finally get some hits on your Craigslist ad, and you're like, well,
yeah, you don't look like I expected to in the jerk off fantasy that was going on when I was.
And maybe I don't want you to bring the dog in it.
Yeah, or your husband, or you, or your daughter can come over. But are you cool with that? Is
but do you have do you regret it after a while and just kind of blow it off? I don't know.
Right. That would be a good guest, a Craigslist hookup.
Or one that actually happened?
Yeah.
And that was crazy as shit?
Or somebody who has had, like, hookups, multiple hookups.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, this one guy come over, this one girl come over, this couple come over, this whatever come over.
Somebody that just does that, like, all the time.
Yeah. They're just like, this is what I work at home occasionally. I like, I like to hook up with a fill in the blank. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. Because
I always heard it hook up with X.
There's so much going on. And how do you know, like, there's not some sort of sting operation going on? Like, Chris Hansen from Dateline NBC is not going to go, so you're here to meet my daughter, my wife.
Who's like 12?
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess if you keep it if you keep it over 18, you don't have to worry about Chris Hansen.
Yeah.
But
I
don't think he shows up for the.
I just think
people that like to fuck dogs.
Wonder, do you wonder how like that happens though? Like, okay, I've talked to you
when they actually make that decision.
Yeah, I've messaged you. We've messaged back and forth. We've agreed on sex.
Okay, I mean, if let's say you put your ad out and you want to do this crazy shit, like,
what we ought to do? We ought to put out like a bogus ad.
Yeah. And
see if somebody will say two dudes, these two crazy dudes. We want to fucking hear. I don't know. We can make it like a funny. I don't know. I think people would get mad at us and go, fuck you, you cock knockers. It's like, no, come on our show. We want to verbally humiliate you.
Right.
You can stand here naked. It's going to be uncomfortable for both Justin and I. But if we can verbally humiliate you,
if we can just make fun of you, we'll get over how uncomfortable we are.
Or whatever it is. Maybe there's some sort of humiliation thing, or there's, fuck my wife, or fuck my husband, or, fuck both of us. I don't know. Maybe we could find some sort of, middle ground where we could get them to come on our show. We found the swinger. We found a lesbian.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know why it wouldn't be impossible to find
somebody who wants crazy elaborate sex on Craigslist.
Yeah, exactly.
Should absolutely be
able
to
happen. And they can, look, I'll tell you what. We will have it where we will watch you have sex in the studio. It's a private place. We will commentate. We can like.
I don't know if I'll watch though.
No, really, I'd watch.
Depending on what's going on.
You watch porno, don't you?
Well, but I'm not going to watch like two dudes going.
I don't want to watch that. I don't care for that. No, thank you.
I'm not going to watch it.
No. We could get a couple in here and fuck in front of us. We could record that. We could actually be a show.
Yeah, you got to make sounds though, because it is an audio podcast.
Well, we could mic them,
right?
And we could give a play.
I'm just saying they can't be quiet motherfuckers.
No, they got to be very verbal.
Yeah,
we could be Pod Vomit play by play, and that's the thing. That's the new me and Justin right here, like Madden and that other guy that talks with Madden.
And if it were visual, I'd like draw circles around things,
right? And say his cock is really going inside of her vagina,
and circle it.
And circle it. Look at his balls flapping.
Yeah.
Now
his balls are flapping like 10 miles an hour right now. He's banging up against it.
Look at that. Look at the look on her face.
Yeah. So she's got an O face.
Maybe we could do that. Maybe we could.
We could do that.
An exhibitionist.
Exhibitionist.
Yeah. And let me tell you, when the next time we go and hit a con, we're like, hey, we watched a girl dressed in a Superman outfit take Lex Luthor up the butt. On our show.
She did Lex Luthor up the butt? Or the other way around? I got to clarify.
I mean, either way, Okay, I got to pee. Keep talking.
Oh, we can just edit. we'll just edit this dead space. Edit. Rik's mom is a hooker. Edit. She likes to give handies in the Kmart parking lot. And it's like $3. So if you got $3, you can get a handy from Rik's mom. But you better bring exact change because she doesn't usually have enough cash to give you change. So bring your money, get a handy, everybody's happy. Don't bring any, rolls of change because you don't want to sit here and count your fucking pennies. I mean, she's not in the business of fucking counting pennies, so just bring exact change. So if it's $3 a handy, bring $3. Don't bring a $5 unless you want to just waste $2. And like I said, don't bring $3 in pennies because she doesn't want to sit there and count your fucking pennies in the Kmart parking lot. Okay?
Well, I agree.
Anyways, back to the show.
I mean, who in the hell would want to count? I don't know what the hell he was just talking about there for the last counting pennies. That's ridiculous.
I know. Your mom doesn't have time for that shit.
No, my mom doesn't. As a matter of fact, with the arthritis and the poor vision.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to help her glaucoma. So
no. Well, she moved to Colorado.
No, that's going to help.
Hey, we ought to do a show, a 420 show, and because of Colorado. What an amazing story that is. Legalization of marijuana in Colorado.
Yeah, it is, but is it going to last?
I think it is. I think it's going to move on to other, states, Washington.
Right. But the federal government still can come in and be a dick.
Well, they can easily come in and be a dick, but at the same time, while they're being a dick, they can offer an ad on Craigslist about being an extra dick.
Oh, yeah.
And helping out, another couple. No, I think that they'll eventually say, look at the money that we're making, and it's going to kind of slowly be like a prohibition thing. Yeah. I think they'll just say, look, we could help healthcare, we can help this, that, and the other thing with marijuana. Let's just, do this thing. This is stupid.
Right.
We're looking like a bunch of fucking assholes. But I really want to do this. I think we should put a Craigslist ad out and say that we would like to talk to somebody who does frequent Craigslist hookups. Would you not like to talk to somebody like that? And, I mean,
absolutely.
Would you want to be a couple, a male, a female? What? I don't want to talk.
I think a couple's better because it'd be more interesting.
Yes, I agree. That just meet people on the internet that enjoy having. I mean, it's like, are you let me ask you something. And let's just suspend belief for a minute that you and your wife.
Belief is suspended.
Okay, belief is suspended.
Anything can happen. I don't live in a world where physics is controlling the
This
shit.
is the radio. This is all the internet and the radio. So
there is no physics.
Right. It's all just all audio physics.
Yeah.
So
that doesn't exist either.
No. You and your wife want to bring in another person to your relationship.
Right.
Okay, or a couple. Okay. Let's just say that. Let's just say a couple. Just because it's even. Okay. Or me. Let's just say I want to bring in another couple to me and my girlfriend's relationship. Mm-hmm. Like we have time for that. But let's just say, let's suspend belief enough to say,
right.
Would you really and truly put an ad out on Craigslist to search for that other key component?
Fuck no.
No? How would you go about it?
Well, first of all,
I think I would go with adult friend finder.
First of all, yeah, right. First of all, I wouldn't look for another couple because just having a dude in the mix is not doing it for me. Unless it's a couple of two ladies.
Well, okay, I'm just saying any possibility, whatever it be. I
can't get past this hypothetical block.
Okay, well, let's just say you are looking for some adventure.
Right. Would I do a Craigslist ad?
Yeah.
Or something else?
Yes. To meet another individual. It doesn't have to be a couple or a male or a female or just whatever it is that...
Okay, let's say I was determined to make this happen, right?
Yeah, right.
I'm not going to probably go to the grocery store and find just some random person.
No.
Although I know people do that.
That's really weird.
Yes, it's
really
strange.
Are you going to find them in the pudding aisle?
Hey, I see you with a pudding. Would you like some of my pudding?
Do you like pizza?
You like pizza?
I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying, how do you...
I like pizza, but I don't know. That doesn't seem relevant.
No. Hot and spicy?
I guess I would do the internet ad thing because, I mean, if that's the only way to do it without...
Well, which would you pick? Would you go Craigslist or would you go something like Adult Friend Finder?
I don't know. What's the difference?
Well, Adult Friend Finder, you got to pay. You know, I think you're kind of...
Craigslist is free.
Yeah, and God knows who... Would you want them to come to your house?
I probably want to meet somewhere first.
Oh, I think so, too.
Like, get coffee or something.
I just imagine that just being such an awkward conversation.
Yeah, but you gotta have it. You gotta get past that part.
Yeah, I guess. But can you imagine the people?
I think if you decide to just go right at it, it's gonna be way more awkward.
Well, I know this, that by the practices that we are trying to adhere to on this show, Pod Vomit, the Westboro Baptist Church would not approve.
No, matter of fact, the Westboro Baptist Church, if we did a Craigslist ad, would probably answer the ad and then pretend like they're interested couple and end up trapping us in their church. Wait, is this a movie?
I think we ought to. Yeah, I think this is what we ought to do. I think this is the format for the new show. Since we've changed it up a little bit, I think we ought to put an ad on Craigslist to talk to people about, you know, on any level, male versus. Do you want to meet like a guy that meets other guys on Craigslist? Do you want to talk to a guy like that?
Yeah, I don't care. That's fine.
Okay. Yeah, I don't care either. A guy that will meet random guys, a couple who will meet another couple, or a female, or a male, or whatever your twist is. We're not really here to.
We're not judging.
Yeah, and we don't really care of the combination of what you're really looking for. But I think I'm going to put an ad out on Craigslist to have somebody come in and tell me what it's been like to have experiences with random people and why. I mean, would you feel comfortable personally, just if you and your wife or me and my girlfriend, would you personally feel comfortable with hooking up with random people to try to kind of elevate your sex life? Yeah. If you said, you know, I want to, if I'm ready to do something a little different. We've been together for a while. We're very secure in our relationship.
Right.
Do you want to meet another couple or a man or a woman or whatever to notch it up a little bit? Do you think that's the way that you would go? Would you go with Craigslist?
You know, I probably would do the paid ones.
I think I would too. I think it's at least weeding out the
weirdos, I guess.
Right.
Because people that have, I guess, you know, weirdos are going to pay too, but less of them would pay probably.
Well, we're not going on the ones that pay because we have no budget, and the budget that we do have,
we're going to look for the ones that use Craigslist.
Yeah, because I think that's a little bit more fascinating because that you are going with the econo fuck.
Right.
You know,
the guy that wants to get freaky on a budget.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, freaky on a budget. And look, these are trying times. Mm-hmm. You know, people want to get freaky.
The economy's rough, man.
That's right.
Not everybody can afford high class ass.
I agree, or whatever they're looking for. So yeah. I agree. Econo on a budget, a freaky econo on a budget. So okay, that's gonna be. We're looking for you.
Hey.
You know, and look,
Hey, then there's AshleyMadison.com. You've heard of that one?
Yeah, I have heard of that one.
That's the one that they're blatantly saying, hey, if you're looking to cheat on your spouse.
Let me ask you this, though. Have you ever been to their website?
But hold on, man. Isn't that a little fucked up? They're basically telling you to go behind your back on your wife and find somebody to fuck. That's a little fucked up.
No, I don't think so. Only because somebody like you and I had sat around and thought about something that stupid that somebody said, look, if you're going to cheat, let's make a MySpace, a Facebook, you know, or whatever, you know, to make this happen. So I don't really think it's a bad thing. You know, I would not go.
Okay, if you're looking at it purely from trying to make money and the economic viewpoint, it's probably a great idea because you get a bunch of motherfucking piece of douchebags that will pay for this to cheat on their wife.
Yeah, but I think women are just as bad.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know, I think there's women that would want to cheat on their husbands.
Dude, I said douchebags. I think that counts for both sexes.
I agree. I think that you know, but I think we got
both sexes can be bags of douche. Just to be clear.
Right. Absolutely. I think that's what we ought to do. We ought to look. Maybe that's a possible topic for the new the new year.
Yeah.
Is people who would cheat on their significant others. I would rather have
and
spouses.
actually log into a website and get a membership
Absolutely.
and pay for it to find other people with wives.
Now, let me ask you this: should we? Nah, I don't think that'd work. I was going to say we got to create a fake account on Ashley Madison, but I think if we'd
have to pay for it.
Well.
And we're cheap bastards.
Yeah, we are cheap bastards. But I think, before the show come on, we're sitting here talking about we need to put money into this part of the website or the blah blah blah. Now we're like, I don't know, we're going to put it on Ashley Madison. But here's the thing: let's just say that we actually put money into AshleyMadison.com.
Right.
I think that we would be like, man, this was a ripoff. Every person we talk to about coming onto our show is pissed off that we kind of misguided. It's like we misguided you. Right. You're cheating on your spouse.
Yeah, I know.
But at the same time,
you don't want a bullshitter. That's
we got a swinger girl in here that talk about, and she showed us her card for her membership of her,
right?
Her club that she went to.
Cult/club.
Yeah, right. I think that's what we're going to plan on. I think that's what we're going to try to do. We're going to look for people who either A, would set up an ad on Craigslist. I want it to be Craigslist only. I don't want it to be Ashley Madison. I don't want it to be Adult Friend Finder. I think Craigslist is good because it's free.
Right.
And I think that would be funny if that's what we're going to do. We're going to set up a Craigslist account. I don't know how we're going to work it really exactly at this moment, but I think we're going to work an ad out to have somebody come on and speak to Justin and I about either A, bringing other people into their relationships, or B, cheating on their spouse.
Yeah, right.
Cyber cheating. Where your husband or wife has no idea that you're placing these ads.
Right.
And you can be anonymous. We don't care. Believe me, the lesbian that we've had on the Christine, anonymous. What was the swinger? What was her name?
I don't remember. Let's call her Diane.
No, she had a name.
She did.
Our swinger, I can't recall her name.
We didn't use her real name.
No, it was a fake name. God, what was her name? Sabrina the swinger.
Right. That's right. We just said it earlier. We called her the Teenage Witch.
Yeah, that's
right. We
right.
are fucking
drunk.
Idiot.
And
drunk.
Are idiots, whichever.
Yeah.
But
our brain synapses aren't all firing.
No, it's kind of like a car with a spark plug missing.
Absolutely.
But hey man, that's how we roll. And you wonder why we've been gone. Now we're back. This is how we roll.
We're back. It's stupider than ever.
Yeah. You didn't. What do you want? A fucking a PhD?
We're not going to help you with your calculus homework. What do you want?
Yeah, this is for your fucking entertainment value.
Yeah.
So,
and by the way, kids, go do your calculus homework and this is for adults only. What the fuck are you doing listening to this?
But we do appreciate you listening to our show and tell your friends.
We do. Don't tell your parents.
Oh, I farted. And tell your parents to listen also.
Yeah. But don't tell them that you're listening.
No, don't tell them you're listening, but tell them, hey, if you're invited,
be like, hey, my friend's parents listen to this show called Pod Vomit, and I think you guys might like it too, but we totally don't listen to it.
We don't listen to it, but we heard if you're bringing people in your relationship to have sex with, they would like to hear from you.
I don't know what that means. Relationship and sex, those are new words to me.
Or Craigslist. I don't know what that means. I have no idea.
Who's Craig and why does he have a list?
Yeah, exactly.
Is that like Schindler's List?
Right.
Is he killing a bunch of Jews?
Does he get a tattoo with a number on his name?
Yeah.
So we're not giving no tattoos.
No.
We do expect nudity.
And we will be interviewing Liam Neeson about his role on Schindler's List. No, we're not going to do that.
No. But, we're not turning Liam Neeson down.
I just don't think he's going to call us up anytime soon.
No, I don't either. Or the American Pickers guys.
No, fuck those guys.
Yeah, fuck them. Bunch of butt pickers.
American butt pickers.
All right, look. I think me and Justin has had enough of...
Absolutely.
We're fixing to head back to the after party.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to happen. And we appreciate you listening to us on your drive to work, your drive home. You're sitting there fucking jerking it, listening to Justin and I. Hey, that's fine. What you ought to do is get on Craigslist, send us an email.
Check out our ad that's coming out shortly.
Yeah, it's going to be on there. But it's not going to be out shortly. It's going to be out longly. I don't know.
I don't either. Where are you going with that?
I was just trying to make us not feel inadequate. Because we're Pod Vomit, man.
Right.
We're the big cock in podcasting.
Absolutely.
And we want more guests. So we are going to roll on out of the brand new studios and go hit the after party. And
We're going to walk out with our third leg.
Absolutely, man. It's like a tripod. It's like a Star Wars figure walking around with a third leg, man. Actually, 6 legs. We're like a fucking human centipede.
I know.
Here, you know?
But not the kind that, like, is connected to the ass.
Not ass to mouth. No.
Yeah, no.
No, we don't go ass to mouth.
Never go ass to mouth.
That's why Joe's no longer on the show.
He went ass to mouth too
had
many
to
times.
go. Ass to mouth, you got to go.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
that's
man.
the only rule we have, really.
Start your own show.
It's called ass to mouth.
Ass to mouth, Rock City.
Oh,
That's
ooh.
terrible. I'm so sorry.
Sick burn.
Oh yeah, we love you, Joe, man. Seriously. But we're gonna roll it back. Listen, we appreciate you listening to Pod Vomit, and we want you to check us out on podvomit.com. We want you to check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr.
That's it.
That's it. That's it. YouTube.
Probably other things.
No.
But we don't care about them.
No, we're gonna be on YouTube, and if we have other shows, I swear to God, Podbean. I think that's another one. We're
Okay,
on.
well, if there's a social media site, we're probably on it.
Yeah, I guarantee it. But check us out on like I say, podvomit.com, Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter,
The tattoo on your mom's ass.
and yeah, well, of course, man, and YouTube. It's the dynamic duo of podcasting. We are always drinking and talking to you. I'm Nickelbag Rick,
I'm Justin.
and together we're the dynamic duo of podcasting. And we'll catch you on the next show on podvomit.com. We do appreciate you listening. The music is queuing in. That's when they're telling us to leave. So it's time to get out of here. Go hit the after party. We'll see you next time on podvomit.com.
Ciao.
Ciao, Bella.